What's the one thing that separates successful people from the rest? Any guesses? You see, we're all capable of setting goals. Big or small, lofty or grounded, we have the innate ability to dream and aspire. But what sets the achievers apart from the rest is not just their ability to set goals, but their knack for achieving them. Let's talk about goal setting. It's not just about saying, "I want this," and hoping it falls into your lap. It's about planning, strategizing, and taking actionable steps towards your dreams. It's about understanding the importance of each milestone and recognizing the journey as a part of the destination. Why do some people succeed in achieving their goals while others don't? The answer lies not just in the what, but also in the how. How are you setting your goals? How are you working towards them? That's right, it's not just about setting goals, it's about how you go about achieving them. Ever heard of SMART goals? No, they're not goals for smarty pants. They're a practical tool that can make your dreams into reality. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Each of these words has a unique role to play in turning vague aspirations into concrete plans. Let's start with specific. Imagine you want to read more. A specific goal isn't just read more, it's read one book per month. It's clear, it's precise, and it gives you a solid target to aim for. Next, we have measurable. This means your goal needs to have a clear indicator of progress. If your goal is to run a marathon, you might measure your progress by timing your runs or keeping track of the distance you cover each week. The A in SMART stands for achievable. This is all about setting goals that are challenging but still within your reach. If you've never run a day in your life, aiming to win the Boston Marathon next month might be a stretch, but training to run a 5K, now that's achievable. Relevant is the R in SMART. This means your goal should be relevant to your life and your values. If you're passionate about becoming a great cook, setting a goal to learn a new recipe each week is a relevant goal. Finally, time-bound. This is about setting a deadline. Without a time frame, a goal is just a wish. With a time frame, it's a commitment. If you're aiming to write a book, setting a goal to finish your first draft by the end of the year gives you a clear deadline to work towards. Remember, a SMART goal is a roadmap that leads you exactly where you want to go. It's not about being a smarty pants, it's about being clear, being realistic, and being committed. It's about making your dreams come true, one goal at a time. So why not try setting a SMART goal today? You might be surprised at what you can achieve. Imagine climbing a mountain. Would you try to do it in one giant leap? Absolutely not. Now picture your big goal as that mountain. It's towering, formidable, and can seem impossible to conquer. But just like climbing a mountain, achieving that goal isn't about leaping to the top in one go. It's about taking one step at a time, tackling smaller, manageable tasks that lead you steadily upward. Consider this. When a mountaineer stares up at the peak, they don't see a single obstacle. They see a series of smaller challenges. They plan their route, set up base camps, and conquer each section of the climb individually. Each part is a goal in itself, leading them closer to the summit. Similarly, breaking down your big goal into achievable parts makes the journey less daunting. It's about recognizing that your goal isn't one giant task, but a series of smaller tasks. Each step you take, each task you complete, takes you closer to your ultimate goal. But how do you break down a big goal? Start by defining what you want to achieve. Then identify the steps needed to get there. Each step should be a mini goal, something that can be achieved in a reasonable amount of time. These mini goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. They should be milestones on your journey to the top. Breaking down your goals not only makes the journey easier, but it also gives you a sense of progress. Each mini goal you achieve is a victory, a sign that you are moving forward. It's a boost to your motivation, a testament to your persistence. But remember, the journey to the top is rarely a straight line. There will be detours and setbacks. That's okay. Just like a mountaineer, you adjust your route, reassess your mini goals, and keep moving forward. Because every step, no matter how small, is a step closer to the top. No mountain is too high if you climb it one step at a time. Ever tried to fill a bucket with a teaspoon? It may seem tedious, but eventually the bucket gets filled. Consider this analogy in relation to your goals. It's not always about the grand gestures or major leaps. It's about the small, consistent efforts that you put in day after day. This is the power of consistency. Achieving your goals is much like filling that metaphorical bucket. You might not see significant changes immediately. After all, a single teaspoon doesn't make much of a difference to an empty bucket, but keep filling it consistently and over time you'll notice the change. The bucket starts to fill and before you know it, it's overflowing. The same principle applies to your goals. Those daily habits, those small steps you take every day, they add up. Over time, they compound and lead to substantial progress. Consistency, then, is not about massive action, but about small, regular actions. Think of it this way. If you were to improve by just 1% every day over a year, that would add up to a whopping 365%. That's the power of consistency. It's not about being perfect, it's about making steady progress, however small. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but remember, significant achievements are usually the result of many small actions accumulated over time. So resist the urge for instant gratification. Embrace the process and commit to making consistent efforts towards your goals. In this journey, patience is your best friend. It can be tough to stick to your plan, especially when progress seems slow. But don't let that deter you. Keep moving forward, one step at a time. It's important to understand that consistency isn't about speed, it's about direction. It's not about how quickly you're moving, but rather, if you're moving in the right direction. Remember, consistency is key. Even a small step forward is still a step in the right direction. Ever had a setback that made you want to give up on your goal? You're not alone. In the pursuit of any worthwhile goal, setbacks are inevitable. They're a part of the process, not exceptions. In fact, if you're not encountering any setbacks, it might be a sign that your goal isn't challenging enough. But why do setbacks happen? They occur because life is unpredictable. We can plan and strategize, but there are always variables out of our control. So, how do we cope with these setbacks when they arise? First, acknowledge the setback. Recognize it as a temporary hurdle, not a permanent failure. It's okay to feel disappointed or upset. It's a natural reaction. Yet, it's vital not to dwell on the setback for too long. Allow yourself a moment to feel the disappointment, then shift your focus back towards your goal. Secondly, reassess your plans. A setback often means that your current strategy may need some tweaking. Reflect on what went wrong and what could be done differently. Use the setback as a learning opportunity. It's not about failing, it's about growing, learning, and improving. Next, maintain a positive mindset. The power of positive thinking can't be overstated. Instead of seeing the setback as a failure, see it as an opportunity to strengthen your resolve, to learn something new, to adapt and overcome. Remember, every setback is a setup for an even greater comeback. Lastly, persevere, stay the course, keep going. Resilience is the key to overcoming setbacks. Yes, it's challenging, yes, it's tough, but remember, the road to success is not always a straight line. It's a winding path with ups and downs, twists and turns. It's not about how fast you get there, it's about not giving up. So the next time you face a setback, don't let it deter you. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it to propel you forward. After all, setbacks are not roadblocks, they're just detours on the road to success. Who says you have to wait until you've reached your goal to celebrate? Imagine you're climbing a mountain, the peak is your ultimate goal, but would you ignore the breathtaking views you encounter along the way merely because you haven't reached the top yet? Of course not. Each viewpoint offers its own unique beauty and satisfaction. The journey towards our goals is no different. Celebrating small wins along the way is the scenic route to achieving your goals. Each small win is a milestone, a testament to your progress. It's like a pat on the back, a reminder that you're on the right track. This not only boosts your motivation, but also your morale. It's a fuel that keeps your inner fire burning, propelling you forward towards your ultimate goal. Small wins are the building blocks of your success. They're the foundation of your goal. Like a jigsaw puzzle, each piece is essential in completing the bigger picture. Each small win, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is an important piece of your puzzle. It's a part of your success story. You see, the journey towards achieving your goals isn't a straight line. It's a winding path with ups and downs, twists and turns, and it's these small wins that light up the path, guiding you towards your goal. They're the sparks that ignite your spirit, fueling your drive and determination. But how do you celebrate these small wins? It doesn't have to be grand or extravagant. It could be as simple as treating yourself to your favorite dessert, taking a day off to relax, or even just taking a moment to acknowledge your progress. Remember, the journey towards achieving your goals is not a race, it's a marathon. And in a marathon, every step counts. Every small win is a step forward. it's a step closer to your goal. So don't wait until you've reached your goal to celebrate. Celebrate each small win along the way. Bask in the joy of your progress. Revel in the satisfaction of knowing that you're moving forward, that you're getting closer to your goal. Every victory, no matter how small, brings you one step closer to your goal. So, are you ready to smash your goals and join the ranks of the successful? Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We started with understanding the power of SMART goals, being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Next, we learned the importance of breaking down big goals into smaller, manageable tasks. It's much easier to focus on one step at a time, right? Then, we talked about the power of consistency. Remember, consistency is key when it comes to achieving your goals. We also discussed how to deal with setbacks. They're part of the process, but they don't define your journey. And lastly, we celebrated small wins. Each small win is a step closer to your big goal. Now it's your turn to put these tips into practice. Start today, start now. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips on becoming a goal-getter. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.